Hello everybody, Lumus here from Failing at Gaming. We're back to Dragon's Dogma. The Adventures of Barkley, the Dragon's Dogman. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all well. Last time, our good friend Fornival, who is kind and generous and definitely not up to anything shady, was being investigated for absolutely spurious reasons. And we're looking for evidence of his innocence. Strangely, we're mostly finding evidence of his guilt. Which is unusual, but we've not given up yet. Okay, didn't land on my face. Interesting. Lots of people saying what a nice guy he is. He's a generous, devout, sells at a loss to the military when they're in need. Does a lot of good stuff. Almost certainly doing a lot of smuggling to fund all of the kind deeds that he's doing, apparently. So I've not got any quest markers, but we're only halfway through the thing, so I'm hoping more stuff will appear. In the meantime, we're just gonna have to do some other stuff, I guess, and wait until something shows, or we find side quests that lead to useful information, that kind of thing. Like, when we were given this trial, we were told that he was maybe working with Salvation. In which case he'd be, like, sacrificing the souls of peasants just to create an undead army and destroy the kingdom. In which case I'd be fairly disappointed in him. But the fact that he's maybe done a little bit of smuggling, but he's otherwise a pretty nice guy, makes me hope that he's found innocent, because they're probably going to kill him if he's found guilty. They were talking about the death penalty. I mean, out of character, I'm not sure I like the guy. Tried to kick those peasants out to their homes, although he did work with me on finding a good solution. But I don't think he deserves to die for what he's done. For the moment, there doesn't seem to be a lot we can do about it. We might have already found all the evidence, I'm not sure. Apparently we've never been over here. Let's go have a look. Yeah, I see him. Oh no, but Barkley is a common wolf. Actually, he's a common dog. I don't know whether that ranks him as smarter or stupider than the typical wolf. I do remember reading about a trial they did to compare the intelligence of wolves and dogs at solving puzzles. Like, they'd be put in a room and they'd have a puzzle to solve, and if they did it, they'd get the treat hidden behind a glass door. And what they mostly found was that the wolves would eventually solve the puzzle. Whereas the dogs, on seeing a puzzle, their instinctive solution was, humans are good at solving puzzles. Let me go fetch a human. And they'd go pester the researchers to open it for them. Which is arguably smart in a different way. Hard to compare the two directly. High int versus high wisdom. You do that. Okay, immediately after saying she'll keep watch, she spotted an enemy. I'll give her that one. She actually kept watch, apparently. A white orchid, very nice. I'll make a nice gift. Make some friends with that. Do we still have a bounty on deer? I think we may have got that one. Yeah, we don't need any. We don't need to kill any deer. Well, actually, we do still need ambrosial meat if we can get it. We're unlikely to get it, I feel. Super rare. I don't think we've actually had it drop from an animal. I've had undead drop rotten ambrosial meat, which is unsettling in many ways. Don't think we need any eggs. Eggs, milk, ambrosial meat. Yeah, if one of these did drop some ambrosial meat, that'd save us a lot of time later. This might be a fun game to do a no shops, no inns, no money challenge on. Hunting for the food to keep us going. Making the stuff we find actually matter. Alright, where are we on this map? So this is the area that we've not explored. It doesn't look like there's much out here. Just a chunk of wilderness. Jasper blossom. We're finding some unusual flowers, which is nice. Looks like maybe there's a campsite over here. Steel nut salve. I really have nothing to say on that one. Is this a collapsed big top? Looks like the circus is out. Oh hey, look, a healing spring. Interesting. Whoop. I think I have some empty flasks. Let's go fill them up. None of this eating food for a living. Let's just get some healing potions. If I hadn't had my mouth full there, I would have made a grumble that I really shouldn't have made. Without a few seconds to think about it. I was like, why has my weight gone up? because I've filled this empty flask with water. I'm just replacing a flask of air with a flask of healing potion. It should weigh the same. I'm not adding anything new to my inventory. Obviously, if you fill the flask, it's gonna weigh more. Think, Lumus. What is your problem? Why does your brain not work? Anyway, 13 healing potions. Very nice. That will probably come in handy. Oh, we got a lot of materials. Yeah, no wonder we're getting weighed down. Got a lot of weapons and stuff too right now. Need to make our way to an inn, I guess. Sort all this stuff out. Is there like an ogre over there? Catacombs, Sulphur Canyon. Some of these things we haven't been inside. I don't know what's really there. There's more fog ahead though, so we could go have a look. Oh, there's a flower. What, the Cyclops? It's not that big. We can quite easily get past that. These shots go all over the place. Barkley is not a good archer. I think we might be out of... Nope, never mind. We're not out of range, apparently. Perhaps further away than this Cyclops can see us. It mostly seems confused. You coming, sir? Okay, okay. I think we've upset him. Ow. Ah, my face. You guys in trouble already? And again, I guess it's been a while since we made camp, because we don't want to waste time with this investigation on the way, even though we've not really got any more leads. They really don't. It's just a Cyclops. We've killed like hundreds of them. Okay, maybe Bishop's having a spot of bother. Kinda stings when it hits, I guess. Why is it targeting me? I only broke both of its teeth. Refreshment is in order. Yeah, just get yourself some 7-Up mid-battle. That's reasonable. I have mixed feelings about doing this. There we go. Alright, where were we? Heading over here somewhere, I think. Just to see what there is. Treasure chest? Also don't see where the other tusk dropped. Like, I dropped 3 tusks, which is interesting. One must have been vestigial. Flowers! Wasn't really a fight. Oh, I'm moving so slowly. We desperately need to go to an inn and clear out our inventory. Is there aught else out here? I know I could teleport to the inn, drop off the stuff, and come back, but... I don't think there's actually going to be anything out here, so I just kind of want to cross that off the map. You guys are, a little lighter than me. Why don't you take all this really heavy stuff? We have 2 sets of throat cutters? Eesh. Blank scroll? What are we gonna do with these? War bugles? Those are gifts. I'm gonna hold on to those. Stone shard. We have a work table. Shackles? Fishing bob? What is this? What is this junk that we've got? I don't think we need any. I don't think we need any farming tools. Hold on to 1 tray and the very unlikely circumstance that we need a tray. Holy pumpkin? No thank you. Giant fish we want. Cures all... Oh, so that would cure the petrify issue that we were having. Nice. Sauce we want. Bishop needs that. and have a bunch of these. You're the one who's complaining about running out of stamina, so you can have most of this stuff. There we go, we're down to average weight. Wilted blossoms, sun-dried. Nothing special to note. Why do we have 23 tufts of human hair? Barkley, what are you up to? Alright, that's probably enough. Let's forget about that and move on. Hello, Highlander. What a nice outfit. Maybe we'll talk to you later. Just a pawn, however. Nobody connected to anything we're doing. Of anything interesting happening out here. So there's a catacomb entrance. I guess we've not followed the road here, so we might as well just follow the road and see if it goes anywhere. Nice. Also a nice suit of armor. Jasper blossoms. Sulfur saurians. Oh, are we in combat? No. I don't think they're coming. I don't think they're interested in us. We've got a bounty on regular saurians. I don't think we've got a bounty on sulfur saurians. If they don't bother us, I'm not gonna bother them. What else we got going on out here? That looks easily climbable, but okay. No, never mind. Just keep moving. Is that a bandit camp? Armed rogues, apparently. You do that. Wait, why is our healer taking on the strong? You stay well away from the strong. You stay in the back and heal Sora. There we go. Any of them drop anything fun? I doubt it. Any notes saying that Fawnable was innocent? The heck is a Malkin? You are alright there, madam. I don't think she's alright. Well, it doesn't look like there's much else going on out here. At least we filled out part of the map. Oh. Well. All empty flasks. I should really leave a teleportal at a healing spring, so we can just take empty flasks and get healing potions. Okay. Is this a path to their base? I think we've been that way before. Yeah, I don't think there's much else for us out here. Let's teleport back to the end, deposit our stuff, and figure out where we're going next. Oh, hey Alex, how are you doing? Are you having a good day? Just at work right now. Yeah, fair enough. I'm doing alright. Had to rush a bit this morning, but should be an okay day after this. After that, I mean, playing games right now, I can't grumble. Let's see, learn our side skills. We got anything new? Precision, oh, that stability one sounds like it would be really useful. Can't afford it though. Nothing else here that looks exciting really. We don't use, it's not Dazzle Hold that we've got, is it? We're always failing at streaming. It's kind of what we do. Yeah. I've already got high season. What else do we want then? I think we probably got all the fun spells out of this. I don't know if we're trying to master the class or not. Got all the augments. Maybe it's time that Bishop tried something else. I don't know. Void spell. Ooh, clears petrification? That's kind of useful. Still have to work for 2.5 hours. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. Most of these I won't be able to use if I change vocation, so I don't know if I want to just swap it to something else while I still got discipline. Can she not be the Magic Knight? I don't know how much I get out of her doing other things, but maybe some of the abilities will be useful. Just unlock things a bit at a time. Alright, Bishop can be a fighter for a while. I'll probably have to change the equipment a whole lot in a moment, but I'll get to that when I get to it. Let's get her some actual things she can do. There we go. We've maxed out the fighter class. You probably don't need any of your magic skills right now. Don't really know what else I'd give you though, because that's about all you've got. I'm not super far then. I've met the Duke. That was the last big plot thing that I did. I've done the worm quest. I've met the Duke, and now I'm investigating a crime. I think I'm over leveled because I spent too much time doing side quests, but actual story-wise, I'm not that far in. Alright, let me clean up my inventory. Those away. I think I can give gifts out from my inventory, so I don't need the juice and stuff with me. Wow, look at all this stuff I've got. I should probably be using some of these special arrows. No wonder I'm moving so slowly. Look at all this junk. Some of this I can give to my teammates, I guess. None of the materials I need. Yeah, I'm not far enough in that I know what's going on. Although a lot of people keep telling me that I don't know what's going on. I could probably put all this stuff away. At one point I thought I'd be able to deliver these, but nothing's shown up with them since. I'm ever going to use any of these. Ramenish room. Interesting. Yeah? You not sleep well last night? Or are you just a bit under the weather? Hey, I've had this same cold for like 4 weeks now, and it's not doing me any favors. I don't think we need 12 flasks of oil. Where do they pick up all this stuff? Start streaming at 4 AM. Oof. How did you end up? How did you end up modding for somebody who starts streaming at 4 a.m. your time? Why am I depositing the cloak? Why did the cloak get well, whatever. Didn't stream. You still had your alarm set, even though you didn't have to get up. That sucks. Do you not have a lantern? It's a black novelty, okay. Probably should take that to be uncursed at some point. Yeah, that's fair. It can be difficult streaming without your mod on duty. I mean, I get enough weird people. I can imagine it's definitely worse for others. Okay, let's have a look at weapons. Can we sort these? Any things that Bishop can use? Mystic Knight can only use that. Interesting. Fighter and Assassin. This looks like the best shield I've currently got. Yeah, I think it's worth setting up some rules so people know what's okay and what's not. Hey Burzum, how are you doing? That said, I've got a ton of rules, but I have certain mods who apparently don't know how to do any mod stuff. Well, people are gonna do things in their own way. So as long as the streamer's having fun. Yeah, fair, I guess. Not so much my thing. Yeah, I'm a loser nerd who can't take it. just want people to be upset, you know? I want them to feel comfortable. Oh, I got all this Griffin gear. Let's give Bishop the full set of Griffin gear. It sounds fun. The Griffin gear is armor, so she needs some clothing. Oh, wait, apparently she can't wear that. Where's Havel's armor? Good question. Do we have the Griffin leggings yet? We found a whole bunch of Griffin stuff clustered together. Apparently not. That's fair. Like, I don't necessarily clamp down on that stuff, but at the same time, it's not my style. They should make a sequel to Havel's Armor. Yeah, why didn't they make any more Dark Souls games? I guess they felt that they just couldn't make any as good as the first. That makes sense. But yeah, having played this one, I'd absolutely buy Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm not that far into this yet, but I'm really enjoying it. This is super good. Offers protection against Thundershock. That would be good if we find a Pikachu.
What will it be today? Have you big? Come again soon.
Yeah, they're talking about their next game. Well, I mean, to be fair, I would assume they'd be planning their next game before Sekiro is released. Because, like, if you start planning after Sekiro's released, all of your actual programmers and stuff are gonna have nothing to do while you're messing around. You're paying them for nothing. I mean, I know they're usually, like, hired by project. That's sort of just floating in the air. But at least some of them must be, like, regular staff. That is some really nice armor. And those are some terrible leggings. Oh, but wait, that's armor leggings. I keep forgetting in this game, there's a difference between armor and clothing. Yeah, as long as it's not to anything terrible. I need to go actually fetch some clothing out for legs.
Have you big? Any you like? What will it be today?
What do we got? Clothing wise, leggings. About to say, if the stupid thong is the only clothing we own, I'm gonna be annoyed. Full length hosen, that sounds more like it.
What will it be today? Have you big? Any you like? Come again soon.
There we go, that looks good. They're making a Bloodborne too. There was some speculation of that, wasn't there? I feel like I've heard people talking about it. What? Anyway, if it is Bloodborne, that'll be interesting. Maybe I'll do some of these. See if I can find some evidence. That might be the best thing I can do right now. Maybe if some of these people know what's going on.
Me, I've no love of magic in its kind.
What part about the deep seas? That'd be interesting. Dark Souls universe, but something completely different. A Dark Souls pirate game dealing with some evil rising from beneath the waves.
Iron and afterward.
Alright, now that we've given her junk out of our stored inventory, is there anything better here? Permanent fire enchantment, huh? Interesting. Not really seeing a lot, mind. Hate deep sea. At least you can't see the sky down there. I do remember you talking about how you thought Bioshock was the reason that you now have a phobia of water. Which is a pretty good compliment for a game, I guess. Same problem both ways. It's just stuff that goes on forever. Fair. I mean, I'm not fond of it myself. I used to love swimming. I've not been super keen on water since. So I had to undergo a medical procedure in which basically I wasn't really drowned, but it felt like drowning under very controlled conditions. They had to put a lot of fluid into my lungs to be able to perform it. And it was horrible. Coming age of the deep sea. Well, that could be interesting. I mean, I've speculated myself that they're moving from the Age of Fire to the Age of Dark because of the Dark Soul, right? But there were a ton of other souls. Is there going to be an Age of Chaos and an Age of Death? That would make sense, Burzum. I think you probably solved it there. Interesting that chainmail is considered to be clothing. I might buy chainmail. Chainmail's cool. Iron vest. Actually, the iron vest looks pretty nice. With that armor. This whole scales effect. Don't think we'll be changing the armor itself, because that griffin stuff looks awesome. Same for the gauntlets, really. Whoop. It's not changed to shorts. Full chain hosen. Gwendolyn was actually a really cool, interesting character. I'd be interested in seeing more Gwendolyn stuff. Like, if you read the lore, Gwendolyn did a lot of really cool stuff completely off screen. You hardly ever see anything about that character. Which I guess is maybe their style? They don't seek the praise, they just get things done. That's what the Dark Moon Blades do. It's like captain of the Special Forces team. Takes care of the problems that you don't know you have. Oh yeah, we should actually put on all the gear that we bought. See how it looks.
If you've caused the cross monsters, especially if it's steel from my shop.
It's deep lore?
The master works all.
I guess. So if you read like Gwendolyn's Soul and stuff and talk to the Dark Moon things. Like the Dark Moon people are basically the Anor Londo Black Ops, aren't they? Like after Anor Londo is abandoned, Gwendolyn stays there alone to command the whole thing. Keep it all going. Fend off evildoers. Gwendolyn is a big deal, yeah, but you don't... Stuff about Gwendolyn is not obvious. And according to 3, once, the chosen undead relit the first flame, Gwendolyn reclaimed Anor Londo, gathered the scattered people of the gods, reignited the sun personally, and became the new god of the sun, and preserved their people for generations until Aldrich showed up. Gwendolyn got stuff done. I thought Gwendolyn was a really cool character. I'd like to know more about them. I'd also really like to know what pronoun I'm supposed to be using to describe Gwendolyn. All we know is that they're physically male, but the prophecy described them as females, so Gwyn treated Gwendolyn as a daughter. Like, what was Gwendolyn's, what did Gwendolyn identify as? What was their feelings on the matter? No, Gwendolyn met Gwyn. It says in Gwendolyn's lore that Gwyn insisted on treating Gwendolyn as a daughter. I'm fairly sure I've read that on one of the items. Is there a ring of gender swap in Dark Souls 3, or is that a joke? I don't know that would explain anything. There is? Really? I remember there's a coffin of gender swap in 2 for some reason. There is a ring, but the ring might be a joke. Fair enough. I mean, Gwyn maybe linked the fire before Gwendolyn turned adult, but they did meet each other. Oh, come on. This new controller is such junk. I found an old phone cable that fits this controller, but it keeps connecting and disconnecting. I mean, I suppose Gwyn was clearly around when Gwendolyn showed up, but they might not have actually met in person, I guess. All we know is that Gwendolyn is physically male, but the prophecy of their birth specified that there would be a goddess of the moon. So Gwendolyn was like, roll with that. Okay, is that the specific phrasing? I must be remembering wrong then, Alex. Fair enough. So Gwendolyn was raised as a daughter, but not necessarily by Gwyn. I mean, we don't know anything about... We don't know anything about Gwyn's wife, do we? Assuming Gwyn had a wife? I mean, you know what gods are like. Athena was born when Zeus had a headache and cut his head open. Alright, Madeline is involved with salvation, so she might know something about what's going on with Fornival. I'm grasping at straws at this point. I found a lot of evidence. I don't know if there's any more, but some of the stuff was really hidden away, so doing other quests might stumble us into stuff. Come on, work. There we go. I mean, Gwendolyn is progressively a really cool and progressive transgender character if they are physically male, but the prophecy refers to them as female because they identify as female and therefore have a female soul. Oh, no, we've got a person to escort. Come on, we're not messing around with a chimera. But I'm not sure I'd trust FromSoft to handle it tactfully if they did do more Gwendolyn stuff. Well, gosh darn it. Oh no, it's the ambush that failed. I thought Madeline was dead. Oh, okay. I bought this new controller because the old one was connecting and disconnecting, but this one is like clearly not designed to be operated by cable, I guess. Freaking Xbox One controller. It runs on AA batteries and Bluetooth. I didn't realize I was buying a retro device. My custom-built computer I did not bother putting in a Bluetooth option. I mean, Guinevere was really popular, but we'd recognize her, right? Maybe? Maybe? Oh, you mean like the child is Guinevere? Yeah, I do feel like I've seen a lot of statues holding of a woman holding a baby in the holy areas. It's weird that we don't know more detail about Gwyn's wives, though. Like, you'd think that would come up. Was she a goddess? What was she goddess of? I suppose the statues could also be unrelated to Gwyn. There were other gods and goddesses. We see a bunch of stuff about Velka. Also wears a crown. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah, my controller's gone. Come on. I bought 2 of these as well. I'm really disappointed with these controllers so far. I'm gonna have to get a Bluetooth adapter or something, I guess. On the plus side, this controller feels a lot more comfortable than the 360 controllers. The 360 controllers were painful to hold. Where's the way down? The one in Firelink looks more like a nun. So we think they were probably 2 different goddesses. So Gwendolyn is the 3rd child. Maybe had a different mother? Interesting. I think the lore implies, that Gwendolyn is not the first goddess of the moon. Because the 4th child? Who's the 3rd then? There's Nameless, there's Guinevere, and there's Gwendolyn. I can't think of another one. But, yeah, it says that the moon is a traditionally female aspect, right? So that suggests that maybe there was a goddess of the moon before Gwendolyn? What if Gwyn's first wife was the goddess of the moon? And maybe the reason we don't hear about her much was because she handled the Dark Moon stuff, which is Black Ops, and you don't draw attention to that. Just like Gwendolyn is very behind the scenes. Filianor. Who's Filianor? The name sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Also, Filianor's name doesn't start with Gwyn. Are you sure that it's one of Gwyn's kids? Well, I guess she didn't have anything useful for us. This is Smuggler's Beach, though, so I guess it tracks that she'd want to come here. The one we find in Dark Souls 3, I don't remember that in the slightest, I'm afraid. Where does she show up in Dark Souls 3? Oh wait, are you thinking of the Captain of the Dark Moon? The one who's on the tower. Imprisoned by Aldrich. Is that the one? Well, Madeline had no useful information. Big surprise.
When do you suppose the trials? We'd best hurry.
The trial's in 2 days. We've got a clear timer. And I would be hurrying if we had any clear information on where to go. This controller is junk. Why did I buy this crap? Why is it not even working? It's connected by cable. Oh, is she the woman with the egg? I don't remember her deal at all. I don't remember getting much lore on that. I remember getting to the end of the DLC and there's a woman with an egg and then you're in Broken Lands and Gale is... Well, we know what Gale's deal is. He's trying to collect the Dark Soul and all that by absorbing as many hollows as possible, and he's kind of done it, but we have to actually deliver it. I don't remember anything about the lady with the egg. Oh, this is really frustrating. Maybe if I try a different cable. Well, this one works fine with everything else, so I don't know. She is titled as a princess. That's fair. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's, Gwyn's kid, though. Technically. Often the rulers of, like, feudal lands would be titled as prince or princess, but they never actually become king or queen. Just their royal blood that's somewhere in the line, even though they're not related to the king or queen. It's also possible she's Gwendolyn's kid, since Gwendolyn had ruled over an Orlando for a long time by that point. Why is this controller such junk? Sorry guys, this is really frustrating me. My controller that I've been using for a while broke on Tuesday. So I spent a whole lot of money to quick order one of the new Xbox One controllers, and it's rubbish. Maybe. I might have to replay all of that and see what I can work out from it. By the power of a light, a power that belongs to Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight. Okay. controller's just died completely now, I think. I don't know why. It's got a cable support, and obviously you can play it by cable port, because I have been doing, but... But apparently it's designed to run off of Bluetooth, which is not a thing that I've ever needed in a PC before now. All this controller is doing is vibrating constantly. It doesn't actually come with a cable, which is really annoying. It comes with a pair of AA batteries. Hey, we briefly had movement. I wish you could use PlayStation controllers with Steam stuff. I have nothing but trouble with the Xbox ones. I might have to go out and go back and get my broken controller out because it seems to be more reliable than this shiny new one. Okay, this one wants to leave his post and gripe a while. Maybe he's gonna gripe about something about Fornival. It looks different to the other quests anyway. Maybe it's just this controller that's broken. I ordered 2 of them for stupid reasons. Maybe the other one will work fine. Let me go fetch it out. I'll be back in a moment, everybody. I'm gonna pop you guys on the back in 5 scene while I try and deal with these tech troubles. Good news, guys. The cable from my PS4 seems to work great with the Xbox controller. Sony saves the day once again. Sorry about the pause there. It's, nothing works lately. It's turning out to be one of those years. Yeah, I got a PS4. Alright, let's try this thing and see where that takes us. But yeah, I know the Nameless King lore. I feel like, ironically, the Nameless King is the god we know the most about. With all the stuff that we've seen about him. Gwendolyn's very much in the shadows. Guinevere, we don't really know much about as a person, and Philionor, I barely remember. We do know stuff about them, but I feel like Nameless King is easily the one we know the most about. So let's see, where are we taking this fellow? Wait, this fellow also wants to go to Bloodwater Beach? Oh, we just came from there. I could have put down a portal there. Oh well. Yeah, Nameless King joined forces with the dragons, and that's why he got kicked out. Hence him riding around on a dragon when we meet him.
Birds often nest atop poles.
Yeah, let's go around that chimera. Didn't he invent some other lightning spears? This is very vague memories, but I think maybe...
They are troublesome in groups. The beasts of these parts are proving a greater challenge to us all.
one of Solaire spells or something? The description says something like this is the spell developed by the first son of Gwyn.
Careful! A goblin! It is far stronger than a common goblin. I shall take on the strong. The sooner the attack comes out.
That's true. It could just be that the other two were felt to be more significant.
They grow frenzied!
The firstborn was probably considered to be very important during the era of the war against the dragons. As the god of war. And as goddess of the sun, Guinevere was pretty much born to be Gwyn's heir. Which makes her very significant.
No harm must come to our charge. Up and at them, sir. Watch your footing, master.
You must have really mixed feelings as a god when your kid has the same aspect as you. I mean, on the one hand, you've got a bond that nobody else can share. You're all part of the same element, and you know that in their time they will take your place. On the other hand, you know that the universe is telling you that there's going to be a point where they'll have to take your place. There's not typically going to be two gods of the same thing. Your days are numbered. Whoop, that's not where you go down. I do this every time. I come to this bit instead of the actual path.
Slipping and falling to one's death is no idle fear around here.
I suppose there could occasionally be multiple gods of the same thing. I'm reminded of the bit in the Malazan books where there's briefly 4 gods of war. And all the priests are like, why has the universe decided that we need 4 gods of war? What exactly is about to happen?
The view extends for leagues along the shore.
My thanks.
So, you got any news about Fornival? No? I see the sun's rising. It's a nice spirit creature like Gwyn. I feel like there was I couldn't give you more detail to pinpoint it. I feel like there was something that said it was made by some sort of sunlight attack that was made by the firstborn. Like, Gwyn obviously invented the... Well, no, Gwyn invented the lightning spear, I guess, for fighting the dragons. I don't know. I can't remember it well enough to direct you. I feel like there was something that implied that the firstborn perhaps perfected one of Gwyn's magical weapons to create a new spell. Or something like that, but I couldn't tell you exactly off the top of my head. I think we have a bounty on chimeras. Can we get up there, please? Can we go kill that chimera? Actually, it's probably quicker to teleport to it. Well, the chimera's being a pain. Let's go get rid of him. Like, Soler is tentatively a knight of the Firstborn, right? It's the Firstborn symbol that he's wearing. So I feel it was something to do with Soler. Great lightning spear, that sounds about right. I'll have to maybe deal with this chimera before I can properly read that. But yeah, I think you found it. Good work. Well, Bishop, why are you in trouble? It's just a chimera. We've killed dozens of them. Is it because none of us have slept for about a week? Because we're investigating crimes. You need to work on your Batman skills. It's 4 knights from different ages. Okay. Launches the Great Spear of Lightning. Yeah, so Gwyn invented the Sunlit Spear, but the God of War perfected it. As God of Wars are wont to do, I guess. You know, originally, Andre the Blacksmith was going to be the Nameless King. FromSoft said that. But they changed their minds at, like, the last minute. And decided to have him not appear in the game. Yeah, the guy who cares only about weapons was going to have become a blacksmith, having left the land of the gods. Was the original plan, apparently. It might just be that the knights had different specialties. Osan and Goth are specifically Dragon Slayers. Taurus and Siran might have dealt with more mundane threats, but I don't know. I don't feel like we know much about Siran, do we? Like, I was vaguely speculating that it was a Black Knight versus Silver Knight thing. How the Black Knights were the demon hunters who used the great weapons, and the Silver Knights were the regular knights who used more sensible weapons. About Dorius and Shiran more like the Silver Knights? I know that at one point they were all Silver Knights. But they might have still had different specialties before then, even before they technically split into two groups of knights. Yeah, I think that was their jobs, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't exist before, right? Go fight some Saurians while we're here. But yeah, I guess it's definitely possible that they became his knights later. I suppose they would have had. I suppose if they had existed in the Age of Mist, they would have fought dragons because everybody was there for fighting dragons. That was kind of an all-in situation. You don't mess around when you're fighting dragons. Yeah, that's fair. I speculate that the humans are godkind contaminated by the Dark Soul. Yeah, Sma was the executioner or something. So you want to be like one of the four knights? Because Sma and Ornstein best bros apparently. And Havel also killed dragons, I guess? Smaug was trying to climb the ranks to also be a knight. So did Smaug not fight dragons? Was Smaug born afterwards and tried to ascend at around the same time? I mean, Havel wields a dragon's tooth with his weapon, right? That hammer of his. suppose he could have gotten it elsewhere. I'd have to look at Havel's equipment to know. I thought he'd fought dragons. But maybe he just gathered dragon hunting stuff because he was planning to wage war against Seath. That would also make sense. A lot of things here that need their tails going off. Is he? Okay. See a thing here. Oof. Let me just get some space real quick. And I think it's time that Snake Tail went. It's becoming a problem. We killed the goat by accident whilst trying to kill the snake. That's a win, right?
Master?
There we go. It's another Chimera down. Okay. So maybe Havel was just full of crap. Yeah, I killed a dragon once. Look, I've got this big lump of rock that's vaguely tooth-shaped. That proves everything. Don't doubt me, I'm Havel. I mean, we're talking about a guy who was in enough trouble that they decided to just brick him up inside a building. He might not have been the nicest person to ever exist. That's true. I suppose if he was a dragon hunter rather than a Seath hater, he'd have fireproof armor, wouldn't he? All of his stuff is made for fighting Seath, not regular dragons. Like, Seath's very different to the other dragons. That one dead? No. Code's body and powerful defensive magical code. Yeah, I guess that the way it's phrased, that could just go either way. Just know that he fought alongside Gwyn at some point and really hated Seath. Possibly because Seath kind of invented magic. What fleas? Where? Who are you? Okay. Consider it chased. Is that all the Saurians here? Did he hate magic because Seath invented it, or did he hate Seath because Seath invented magic? It's an interesting question. Oh, we're also supposed to be hunting male bandits while we're here.
Please don't overdo it, bandits master. Pray, again. An ancient fort, to be sure. What can say just a word of spirit?
There's usually a whole bunch of them around this corner.
There's a lot to see here. Let's press on.
Second, boys.
Security. Cyclops, dead, armed rogues. They attack in quick succession.
Whoop, out of breath.
Do well.
Barkley has some real stamina issues. I think he needs to speak to his doctor, to be honest. Or possibly his vet. I think Bishop might be his doctor, to be fair. There's not to see here, let's press on, as we're mid-combat in an ambush. Interesting. There we go. We got close enough that the ambush procced. Be a shame to kill them all without getting the stuff for it. Guy just shrugged off an arrow through the eye. What a tough fellow.
We must be cautious.
Whoop, don't want to be stood there. Okay, I think we thinned out all of the bandits. Let's deal with this guy.
Are you alright, Master?
No, yeah, just grab your tusks there. Thank you. I might find a use for that later. I mean, if you're done with it. Ow. It's unfortunate. I'm just trying to provide a form of medical care, but nobody ever likes a dentist.
It's falling! No! Attack!
Find Havel's Miracle in the Ash Lake. Okay. Man, I only just did the Ash Lake bit. I don't remember that part, but alright. But yeah, obviously it must have been the case that you went there at least once.
The animals, many alive, was ended by falling from too great a height.
What is Havel allied with the dragons of Ash Lake against Seath, who betrayed them?
Endeavor to be ever calm.
Unlikely, but would be kind of intriguing. The heck is this? Looks like a lamp.
They're armed, Master. Any that would target the arena.
Attack in quick succession.
Yeah, maybe.
Hold on. The electric strength after a fast strike.
Bishop Havel the Rock. Do we know if he was the bishop of a god in particular? What if he was the bishop of the god of war? Havel in Dark Souls 3 is close to the Nameless King. So if Bishop was like the high priest of the Nameless King, that would explain why he tried to assassinate Seath for betraying the dragons. That would explain a lot. That's interesting. There's obviously more to Havel than I thought. That's actually really cool. I do remember that you find Ornstein's body directly below the place where you fight the Nameless King, suggesting that Ornstein went to stop him and was defeated. Where are the bandits? We're hunting bandits. Just point me directly at the bandits. Yeah, but was he just bishop of the... But they were still the gods of every kingdom, right?
Come looking for a fight. Fresh meat.
There may be wolves about. We're fighting wolves right now. Oh, I do love how stupid the pawns are. Best thing about this game. Yeah, he might have just found a dragon skeleton. There's plenty of them around. If he was working with the Nameless King, that suggests they fought dragons, because the Nameless King must have left relatively early on. Must have left while dragons still existed to join forces with them, right? Although I think he probably swapped sides like last minute when it looked like the dragons were going to go extinct. Like maybe he was fine with defeating the dragons, but not with exterminating them. I mean, I know time is broken in Dark Souls, so I suppose it's possible, but in some ways that wouldn't make sense. Because, Ria is undead, isn't she? That's why she was chosen for this suicide mission. Well, she's probably not been undead that long. If Havel hung around with Gwyn, that was must have been a long time ago. So one wouldn't expect that Rhea would have only just left her homeland for being undead if she was his daughter. But time is broken, and maybe from her perspective, the Gwyn's only just lit the first flame. Okay, I think we're done out here. Let's go have a look at Cassidus and Gran Soren, I guess, and see if we can find any more stuff on Faunival. Because I can't find any more evidence on the Faunival thing, but the game hasn't given me much reason to believe that I found all the evidence.
Far past that hedged hill. Well, same. Never been out as far as that. I talk of towers. It's just as well. I talk of towers. I talk of towers. I talk of
Here, a person I've never seen before.
I talk of towers.
We're best friends now. So you're probably jealous, Varric. Let me help you out there. Anyway, nothing going on over here. See, I found that one guy. This kid, actually.
I aim to study as a gardener. Times are hard, and I'm eager to learn a trade that pays. Do not mistake me, sir. It is not that I simply wish to follow in my father's footsteps.
Chief Adara will no doubt have wise counsel.
Found this kid who sent me on a side quest that turned out to be closely connected to the Faunival thing, which makes me think that maybe there's more side quests around that will bring out valuable information. But if there are, I don't know where to find them.
The people of Cassidus always held their meetings in the chief's home. He's well pleased with this place. It seems these rooms bear such a pleasant scent.
Which is weird because she's not been there for such a long time. Yeah, so with it being the final day of the investigation, I thought new stuff might have popped up, but so far not looking like it. I'll be glad when this investigation is over and I no longer need to be paranoid about the passage of time. I can go back to frivolously wasting away the days, knowing that the dragon is not going to do anything. Is that by the guy who does all of the Dark Souls lore videos? I know there's a guy who writes who does videos about tons of stuff all about them. I'd love to sit down and watch his stuff sometime. I've seen one or two things. But you know, time's ever the problem. Kind of amusing. It's like a documentary on this fictional world. Okay, so he's not the guy I'm thinking of. I think Vati is the one I'm thinking of. He's the famous one, right?
This grocer is responsible for much of the village's provisions.
Hurry, time is short. Okay, if I get a chance, I'll sit down and watch the other guy go into it in more detail. Hey Bears, and welcome back. I don't really know much Scottish cuisine.
Frettings for the idol, says I.
Microwavable rice with a tin of beans. I don't know that that's Scottish cuisine as such. I think that's a fairly multicultural meal.
You've certainly risen in state.
Yeah, I can't find any more evidence on this down here. I'll run around the main city for. I'll check the priests here, then I'll run around the main city for a bit. But I think we're done. Is that chip butty Scottish cuisine? Like, I think of that as a fairly local thing. Heinz beans mixed with microwave rice. Okay. I mean, maybe. That's something that I wouldn't expect to mix together. Those are two side dishes. Why would you have two side dishes together? Two sides don't make a main.
Those who remain will not leave this village, even should the dragon. I tell Madeline.
Thought I can help. I am both a son.
I have a message. You must.
What's that?
I think chip butties is something you've picked up while you've been visiting here, dude. Chip butties isn't just Derbyshire food. Isn't just. Chip butties is specifically Derbyshire food. At least calling them chip butties is. Like, you can get the stuff elsewhere, but they're not called chip butties. Chip butties is very specific to this region, as far as I know. You go elsewhere and ask for a chip butty, and they look at you baffled. Battered Mars bar is a Scottish thing. I'll grant you that one. No, a chip cob would be something entirely different. What a terrible misuse of local slang. But yeah, go to some places and there'll be chip baps and that kind of stuff. Oh! That was a really fast cast healing spell. I think she started casting that before I even hit the ground. Alright, let's go back to the main city and see what we can find out. Never tried the battered Mars bars. I've never tried Heinz beans mixed with microwave rice. Being a vegetarian, I've never tried haggis. I suppose you can probably get vegetarian haggis. But even so, never tried. feel like the only Scottish cuisine I've tried is those pancake things that you insisted I have that time. Pretty good. No grumbles. Would vegetarian haggis count as Scottish cuisine? I don't know. Do they eat vegetarian haggis in Scotland, I guess, is the issue. Maybe the answer is no. Mince and tatties, haggis, neeps and tatties, and then Balmoral chicken. I understand most of the words you use there. To be fair, that's most delicacies any place bears them. Traditional meals tend not to be veg friendly, because traditionally people didn't eat a lot of veg. Next time I go up there, I should try one of the fried Mars bars. I don't want to, but after I've done it, I'll be able to say that I have. Yeah? Okay. That's interesting. To be honest, I'm not that sold on regular Mars bars. I mean, they're alright. I prefer dark chocolate to milk chocolate. I don't eat a lot of chocolate bars, though. I'm probably being too overzealous on this mission, but I just don't want to miss anything. The Heart's Compass. No, not why, just that I must go there. Interesting. Bunch of these that we apparently need to do. But I don't think any of them are going to be relevant to the current quest. Yeah, okay. I'd be willing to try one. Like, other than the fact that I don't eat meat, which is a huge food item for humans, I'm really not a picky eater. I'll try anything once. I don't handle spicy foods very well. So yeah. Spicy foods are maybe really spicy stuff is maybe a little bit out. I'm trying to eat more spicy stuff to get used to it. I guess it's not a I won't have it kind of thing, but it's a I'm probably not going to enjoy it kind of thing. If it's more than a little spicy. Let's say I'll try it, but it's probably not something I'll try twice. I mean, being willing to try a food is not the same as enjoying that food. But yeah, I am trying to eat more spicy stuff to get used to it. So I like the taste. I just don't handle spicy food very well because I guess because I've never eaten much of it. It's just not what I'm used to.
Take care, you aren't soaked in water.
Says Ares as she falls into the aqueduct. I guess I'll stop by Madeline's and the Black Cat, and they won't have anything useful to say. Look at that, no quest marker. What are the odds?
But who's to say, son? I'm sure you'll find more there. Why not?
Then we get more fish then. Actually, where's that Captain Virgil meat? Let's copy one of those. And then if we've got another one, we can go give it to the guy who needs meat for his quest.
I'll not be round the bush. I'll have the goods ready by, I'm sure, any time.
The scrivener, the Black Cat,
I guess go to the noble quarter? I'm not gonna be able to get into the Duke's place at this time.
lifeguards on watch, Master. They're not suffering. Is it barber shop?
Maybe I have found all the evidence for this quest line. It's just... I don't know. What did the game tell me? None of the dialogue changed when I handed all of this in. The guy just told me to keep looking. But, like, realistically, would he know that that's all the evidence? Game design-wise, maybe he'd say, I feel like I'm getting a good picture of this now, or something.
Salvation is on the tongues of everyone, from peasant to noble.
No, everything's closed. Yeah, I don't know that there's much to do other than going to the inn and calling it a night. Whoop. What do we got here? Nice, a war bugle. We'll finish that 50 war bugles quest one of these years. Oh, it's still closed. Excuse me, sir. How are you doing today?
Shall do as his grace commands. People's hearts grow cold and steady. Pray take care. You have my thanks.
Yeah, I think we probably just rest. I don't know that there's any more we can do right now.
Hey there. I hear them. Have it big. What will it be today?
Yeah, stability would be real good if we have to go back that way again. Shaw? Let's deposit some of the stuff we found.
What will it be today?
Alright, where's that other ambrosial meat? So I can go deliver it to that guy at some point.
Today. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today? Understood.
Let's go find out what happened to Faunival, I guess. If I'll ever connect to this server.
The inn offers a clean menu, but it deals in locations and skills besides.
Today's when the timer runs out. I'll poke my head into some places and talk to some people, but I think we've found all the evidence. If there's other evidence, then I don't think we've got access to it. Maybe we don't. Maybe we're not friends with the right people, or haven't done the right side quests. Well, I feel we've done all plotline kind of side quests. All the side quests that we've currently got are things like kill 30 Saurians.
I thank you for your effort, and judges is not.
Yeah, you don't have anything new for me?
Thank you for your
The timer should run out like any time now.
So let us pray for a brighter future.
We shall do as His Grace commands.
Yeah, not much going on here. Okay, just a coin pouch. This place is just a mirror image of Faunival's house. It's interesting.
Faunival's. There's time yet before my trial is decided. If you see me, just now go.
Doing my best, dude, but I'm not finding much stuff in your favor. I mean, I was cheering. I've handed in everything that I've found. I'm a neutral party in this, but I was cheering for Faunival.
I believe in my father's innocence, Arisen. My, how charming. I believe in my father's innocence. Thank you. I believe in...
Like, I'm not sure that he's really a nice guy, but I don't think he deserved the death penalty. I've seen any evidence he's done anything like that. Let's barge around and see if we can find any last minute stuff. We've got no markers on our now mini map though, so skeptical. Poor old Faunival. I was about to jump off there, but then I remembered that my healer is not with me. Why do you have your weapons out? Oh, probably because I'm smashing things. Oh, it's further than it looked. Ooh. Defensive. And shield. Shot bow. Interesting. Maybe the Duchess would have some information on Fornival. Seems like I get a lot more benefit from him going free than I do from him being arrested, which makes me suspect that he is in fact guilty.
I was down in the markets. Sure enough, food's grown scarce. Just small food. Don't have the will for much.
Ooh, what we got here? Oh, excuse me, sirs.
The Duke's a good
Yeah, somebody was bound to do him in eventually. I still suspect that he's the Arisen, and the Duke is his pawn. Or something along those lines. There's something weird going on there. I definitely think the Duke himself is a pawn, rather than the Arisen. Could just explain a lot. Why aren't pawns allowed in there? Because they'd recognize him. Why does he look 50 years younger than he is? Because pawns don't age. Then again, pawns grow to look more like their master, right? So maybe he just took the Duke's place at some point? That guy might not be the, I mean, like, I don't know who the actual Arisen was. Maybe the actual Arisen was the Duke at one point, and the pawn's taken his place.
You are to see me, I pray. I would ask you to material evidence. The inquest has but...
Yeah, that's kind of my guess at what's going on there, I guess. Oops.
Still no sign of the letter. Although not
Really wish I'd forged that letter.
I don't know all of dragons.
Okay. Let's see, is this the Duchess's quarters? Maybe she'll have some idea what's going on.
Such a beauty, we even back in Meloir's court, she was wise at its kind.
Oop. Okay, there goes the timer.
Salutations, sir.
Because that wasn't shady at all.
Do you seek the Duke? I should think that work in a salver like this. You have
If you've no business,
Okay, guess we just have to go see what happened at the trial. Think Fornival is probably going to be found guilty. Actually, kind of curious. Have I been up this? I noticed there was a ladder here. I don't remember spotting it before. I'll put that away. Curious what's up there. Let's go have a quick look. Probably just leads onto the walls or something. Guard station, huh? Here's where I come across an elaborate plan to frame Fornival. I'm like rushing downstairs with it. And they're all, I'm afraid the sentence has already been carried out. There's no taking it back. Fornival has been fined 2 brass pieces for corruption. That is the way amongst our people.
I owe you an I confess, but your actions
This guy. I know this guy is working for Salvation, but in game, there's nothing I can apparently do about it. Even though my character knows just as well as I do.
You are to see me. I speak pray. I would ask you material the inquest has.
What? Oh, gather in the town square, apparently, is where this is happening. And it's not this guy I need to talk to. Off we go, then. In the town square, where the execution is no doubt being held.
Fornival's inquest will begin soon. Let's deliver our findings.
Leave it to me. The judge will soon hand down his ruling. We'd best hurry to the capital's Fountain Square.
Okay, off we go, I guess. Well, I don't see a gallows, so that's good news.
Order. I will have order.
Nobody's causing any chaos, sir.
Inquest has its conclusion. Fornival Frescobaldi. In the name of His Grace, Duke Edmund Dragonsbane, the court hereby proclaims its verdict. Guilty.
Ooh.
Whereas you have deceived your fellow man to sate your avarice, the court sentences you to life imprisonment. This inquest is hereby ended.
Okay, okay. He's going to prison for what he did. They're not executing him. This may be fair. I don't know about life imprisonment. For a little bit of smuggling. Probably should have gone to prison for a little bit, though.
So the drag laying.
That was not my end game, Alex. But okay, good to know.
I thank you. Life remains an uncertainty.
But I was worried they were going to execute him. They were talking about him conspiring with Salvation. I was like, I've found evidence that he's done some shady stuff, but he's not working with Salvation. They better not be. I better not get down there and they're hanging him or something. He's got a kid. I mean, I guess we've not seen a wife, but I assumed he was married. mean, I didn't realize he was an option, to be honest. Kid is not there, which is worrying. Yeah, sometimes I watch Eurovision. I've not been watching the semi-finals or anything. If I do watch it, it'll just be the final. Is this Saturday is the final, right? I don't know whether I'll watch it or not. Depends if I'm busy. Well, yeah, it's Eurovision. They're not supposed to be good, right? I thought that was the whole point. Saturday is the final, okay. I don't think I've ever watched a Eurovision where there was good songs.
It was a fair trial and thorough. Justice was done, thanks in great part to your efforts. I am not without pity for him and his house. Such are the wages of wickedness.
Okay, it sounds like maybe we got everything. Got a fair trial. Maybe if I'd only handed over the bad stuff, he would have been executed, you know?
Castle praise your bold deeds of late. I've more tasks that require your attention. In that case, the weight of duty.
I'll be right back then. I'm gonna go down to the prison and see if I can have a word with poor old Fornival. I want to know that his kid's okay. Like a little kid, and no other family members that we're aware of. I'm concerned. Fornival, you down here? This is probably not a long-term prison holding, so I don't think you will be. But I just want to check. You've probably gone somewhere a little nicer, hopefully, where you can stay. Yeah, there's Eurovision bad, and then there's just bad, I guess. Eurovision songs are supposed to be cheesy, tacky crap, but there's some music that's just not good to listen to. Okay, what have we got on our quest list? Is there anything that actually matters to do directly? Go see Valmiro, I guess? That's only going to take a moment. Yeah, I think we're good to just take another mission from these guys.
Many within the castle, I've more tasks that require your
A stolen item.
An item was stolen from the castle's stores a few days past.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anything about that. I wasn't here at the time. I was in Cassidus. Ask anyone. It's several days' travel from there. There's no way I could have gotten from there to here, stolen an item, and then used my port crystal to teleport out. I don't remember stealing that.
The man was stolen under heavy watch. I fear it to be the work of someone within the castle.
It's probably that guy who worked for Salvation. I can go to his office.
The ring must be reclaimed. Will you do it, sir? You would do well to begin by asking the men and women of the castle what they know. That ring is a treasure to all Grantis, and a symbol of the Duke's authority. It must be found.
Alright, I'm 90% sure it's gonna have been this guy. Is he in here?
Good Aldous told me there's been some, even should they escape sight, because our villain had a guide.
It's one of these officers. It's the guy's name's Julian or something. I think that was his office over there.
Good arisen.
Oh, he's apparently not around, but that guy is 100% working for Salvation. He's absolutely the person who guided the thief around. And / or was the thief. See if I can find him so I can throw some wild accusations with no evidence.
It's you. Bugger off.
I like that guy's got maxed out friendship with me, but still says that.
I heard a report of an unfamiliar man seen within the castle's halls. They say he had the look of that sorcerer.
That sorcerer. Specific. We're talking about the Salvation Leader? I assume we're talking about the Salvation Leader. So is there a particular country you're cheering for Eurovision? What? Who are you betting on? Who's the winner from what you saw at the semi-finals? So where is that one guy? He's normally up here, but I guess he's not around today. Hiding a guilty conscience, perhaps.
I fear I must have... There is...
If there's talk of a sorcerer, it'll be Solomon, no doubt.
Salamet? Not the head of Salvation?
We're rid of that rat for good. I do not relish the thought of his return, but the pilfered ring does bear a strong magical affinity. It's the sort of bob Solomon would covet.
Oh, okay. That's news. Okay, fair enough. You like the song of Slovenia? It's never the good songs that win, mind.
Salamant is a name that calls up bitter memories. Time was the Duke held a council of magic scholars here in Gransoil, tasked with ensorceling grimoires and trinkets. Salamant sat at the head of the council. His genius was unmatched, save by his ambitions.
What are the odds that this guy is actually the Sith Lord currently leading Salvation?
Salamant betrayed his grace and fled with the fighters.
Maybe Salvation is actually a mistranslation. Maybe the actual name was Salamation.
He disappeared, leaving the corpses of his fellow scholars in his wake.
That sounds like him.
Design reveal himself now. Perhaps about this ring bells.
I can't remember the last time we got it here in the UK. I've never seen us put out a good song. Every time I've watched the Eurovision, our songs have been terrible.
Many within the castle I have more time when that came awaited.
Well, I know one guy who knows a lot about Salamet. Let's go say hi to him. "44 years ago. That's a while.
Someone must know the Salamet. Let's hear from some others.
Still, with how many countries are in it, you can't expect to win very often.
No, wait. There is rumor going around about
Oh, the Quarry. I've not been there yet. I've seen it. No, like 46 countries in it. So all being fair, the the average country should win it once every 46 years. '41, '42, still. 44 years ago is, I guess, about average. Is San Marino in the finals? I always cheer for them. A country with a smaller population than my hometown. Their song was the worst, that's a shame. I always cheer for them because imagine if they win. And they have to build themselves an arena to host the Eurovision the next year. The average Eurovision arena probably has more people in it than the entire country of San Marino. Gotta cheer for them to win, it'll be hilarious. Like, they have one singer. Back when I used to watch it every year, they had the same singer every year because there was only one singer in the entire country. Let's go deliver this thing that our friend wants over in Cassidus, and then we'll go to the Quarry, I guess. That would be amusing. Same singer and asking why San Marino isn't winning. Where's the guy who wants the stuff? I brought him the thing he needs. To be fair, it always bothers me when France is like the only one who refuses to give out their score on that in English, because they're giving us a snobby middle finger to England, and I don't care about that. But like, everybody else speaks English. It's the second language in just about every European country. All the other announcers are speaking English. They're trying to make fun of us, and they're insulting everyone else, and that part bothers me. And they don't seem to get that. I think that's why they keep coming last so often. Yeah, singing. I don't mind them singing in their own language. But I don't even mind them announcing their stuff in their own language, but France makes such a deal out of it, and it just comes across as unnecessary.
I'd best bring as much food as possible. This should be food enough. My thanks, cousin. That should take care of the essentials. Might I beg one final request? A good luck charm. Guide me in the roads. I can't always depend on you.
A good luck charm. What is it that you need? Pilgrim's Charm. We did have one of those. Was that what we gave to Kina, though? When she went overseas? Do we not have one anymore?
I recall charms and wards in Grand Soren shops, and in the catacombs.
Okay, that's cool. If I end up watching it, I'll keep an eye out for that.
They say the faith of the church gathers. What can I do you for?
Pilgrim's Charm? Pilgrim's Charm? I don't think I've got a Pilgrim's Charm. I think I used up all my Pilgrim's Charms. Can buy them in Cassidus, apparently. No, I've not seen any of the, all these oh, this one's... Warrior's Departure, that's like just round the corner. No, I've not seen any of them. I don't normally follow any Eurovision stuff until the actual contest comes out.
We share these roads with traveling peddlers, guardsmen, and other folk.
Fair enough.
The roads are safer than for us. Still no cost
Must
to
come
them.
to our charge. Endeavour to be at the hall in battle. Guide your car against strife.
France tends to do really badly, to be fair. Yeah, that's true. France, all of the founding nations are guaranteed to be in the final, aren't they? UK, Spain, France, and Germany. I forgot about that. We don't have to take part in the semi-finals, do we? I think it's just because we've got the biggest audience, maybe. They want us to be there because that's how the Eurovision makes its money. No, I'm with you on that one. It should be a fair contest. Did I go past the graves? I don't see... I thought they were here. Oh, no, never mind. They're just slightly out of view, I guess. Barkley needs his glasses on.
Quite a breathtaking view from here.
Such a kind child. Thank you.
I mean, I kind of get it. If the finals were between San Marino and Andorra, probably not a lot of people would watch. I mean, it's the same with sporting events and that. If the best teams are going to be some tiny places that nobody's ever heard of, then nobody would watch. So they want the big countries to be invested because that's how they make their money. But a competition should be fair. Everybody should be on an equal playing field. That's true. I mean, the stadium's really expensive. They presumably make their money back from the tourism and the ticket sales and all that. And it's not like they don't get to keep the stadium afterwards to host other events. But yeah, maybe they need the big countries to do this stuff so that it guarantees the countries that they pay for their stadium. Otherwise, winning might be a bad thing if you can't afford to do it. Well, they said that you could buy Pilgrim's Charms here.
Like all the time, do come again.
We can speak on purity.
Alright, catch you in a bit, no worries. Yeah, he said you could buy Pilgrim's Charms here. Oh, there's the... is that the Griffin Helm? Hold on, stop. No, I don't want to buy 13 of them. I don't actually really like how that looks. The Horned Helm is definitely not her though. Iron Helm? So apparently new weapons. Is that better than the one you've got? Doesn't really look like it. Sword and shield, Mark of the Chimera. That is a more stylish shield, I have to say. You buy all this nicer looking gear. New daggers, apparently. As good as what I'm using. I might be buying a new bow if... no. I can't find any good longbows. Lots of good short bows going around. Trooper outfit? Nah, doesn't work for what I'm looking for. Sectional plate. Oh, interesting. You're selling the, ooh, secret types, huh? Nah, about the same as what we've got. You're selling Griffin boots. I want to see what those look like. Okay, yeah, those look fantastic. Any other new boots? Any new capes? Wasn't Barkley wearing the one that covered his mouth a while ago? What's he wearing now? Did I accidentally change his gear? I swear when we put this on, it like covered his mouth. That's weird. Dang, look at those arms. Oh, you done at work, dude? Ah, that's great to hear. Alright, see you, dude. Have a good evening. Yeah, see you. Dark Souls tomorrow if you're interested. Finishing off the DLC. Figure I've got maybe 1 or 2 sessions left of Dark Souls and then we're probably done. Okay, I don't think this guy's got anything for us. Like, I've just got the DLC and then we're ready to go deal with Gwyn, but I don't know how long the DLC is. So, probably a couple of sessions? But we're definitely in the end game now. Yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the company.
Scrivener, Black Cat,
Yes, well, it will
Okay, do you sell the charm that I need? No?
fine. Thank you, Vic.
One of my pawns said you could buy the charms in Grand Sovereign, and they're not here.
I'm sure.
We'll buy a skeleton key, though.
I'm sure you'll find out.
Pawns, why must you lie to me?
Anytime.
Okay, well, I think I forgot to upgrade my stuff, so let's do that. Maybe I can buy the things in Cassidus? There's a shop there as well. Maybe I misheard them. Maybe the pawn said the shops in Cassidus have them.
If you've caused the cross, the master works all.
Okay. Nothing else? Oh, look. Okay, there we go. That's the upgraded stuff.
remember to say that at the end.
I hear no one. Have you big? Any you like? Or will it be today?
Rid of all these weapons and things that we're not going to be using. I thought I was wearing the ogre bones. Did I find a third one?
Or will it be have you big? Or will it
No,
be
no, no.
come again?
Okay, let's check the Cassidus shops. Otherwise, we'll go ahead to the quarry and see what's going on there. Because we're looking for somebody we don't know who, and apparently there was a strange person at the quarry, so it must be them. Our detective skills are unmatched.
You're always welcome.
Dave West, Serbia.
Where's Iola?
Where shall we head? Seems they trade in textiles, though I'm not certain where.
What time is it? It's like the middle of the day. Why is it not open? The pawn said you could buy these pilgrim charms. And you can't buy them anywhere. Why do the pawns continuously lie to me? What have I ever done to them? I suppose we rest. Did we rest at the inn not long since? Is it still early morning? Maybe she only opens in the evening or something? Ah, whatever. Oh, there she is. Hey, are you open? You need to buy a pilgrim's charm. You sell them here, right? Don't start messing with your inventory. I want to buy stuff. Honestly, they make it so difficult to buy things here.
Edmund will be needing an end state. You look
Carrots, juice. No, she doesn't sell this stuff either. Why do my pawns lie to me?
you look well taken.
Oh well, we'll find a pilgrim charm on our own eventually, I'm sure. I think they said you can find them in the catacombs or something. We do spend a lot of time wandering around the catacombs. Next time Salvation is causing trouble, we'll probably go down there and find something. In the meantime, let's deal with this stolen ring. We've decided was stolen by Salamet on some fairly spurious information, but I mean, if he's got a history of this kind of thing, I can't rule it out. Alright. Head to the entrance to this quarry. We've gone past this quarry a bunch of times, and I've been like, we should go explore it at some point, but we've not currently got a reason to. Finally, we know what goes on down there. It's where wizards live. It's Hogwarts. Oop. Who went eep? That isn't a battlefield noise. Somebody want to do something with this guy while I've got him? Forget it. I'll just throw him down. I know if you get him in a full Nelson, people will hurry over to help you with it, but apparently if you sling them over your shoulder, well, there's nothing that can be done with that. Okay, so where's this quarry? Should be right over here somewhere. Apparently there's multiple entrances. Wait, the other end of the quarry is all the way over there? This is a big quarry. Quiet, you. Somebody want to give me a magic attack while I'm just ganking people? No? I did hit the help button. There we go. Just generic beefsteaks. Oh well. There's goblins everywhere. It's almost like we're wandering across dangerous lands at night. Should be just around this corner though. Okay. Oh, you? You're the guy who salts the wound? Oh, are these the assassins I kept hearing so much about? I've been waiting for a while for them to come and kill me. Ooh. So I think we got their mage. Where's their archer?
Their next attack hangs over us.
Oh, did we get all of them? I only killed 2, but maybe one of my minions got another one. They didn't. The ambushes didn't really seem up to much. I guess. Please watch out for the next attack.
You've triumphed.
Yeah, I guess we got them all. Maybe we'll hear from them again.
Allow me to guide you to the quarry.
We're at the quarry.
As soon as your preparations are made.
Okay, what's going on over here?
Hello. As you can like tell from the look of me, I'm at my wit's end. I need to travel south through this mine, but the accursed gate won't budge. Despite the dangers, I came this way hoping to shorten my journey. Some shortcut, eh? Tis a fine waste of time if the gate cannot be lowered. Do you mean that? You'll see it open.
Sure, I'll open. I mean, I've got to go in there anyway.
Most welcome, but are you so certain you can make it so? You do seem a strong enough sword.
Well, I mean, I have no idea how I'd go about opening it. But... sure. I can probably just kick it in if I really have to. That's a thing that can be done, right?
The quarry has near as many tricks and devices as all. As we see for ourselves.
Quarry has near as many tricks and devices as all.
Okay, let's go have a look at this door. Yeah, I mean, it just let me inside. I don't get it. Hold on. The gate's... is the gate not open? Or is does it mean somewhere inside the mine there's a gate that's not open?
This passage.
Well, friend, what news? I will admit, 'tis a small comfort. 'Tis a jest, friend. I know I must have the gate open.
Yeah, maybe there must be something inside here that he wants doing, I guess. I'll press on and see what happens.
Well, well. The arisen, toast of all grand sorrow, does the work of all mankind's savior truly afford the time to go hunting pay thieves?
Honestly, I don't have anything better to do.
The game of cat and mouse.
Nobody's seen the dragon in ages.
I shall take on the
Godlike master.
Okay, well that one guy is apparently immortal. I don't... what? I don't feel those flames would realistically stop me, considering some of the things I've been hit by and been fine. Hold on, have we got spun around? Where did we come in? It looks like he got past us, I guess.
Up and at them, sir. Shall we return to Grand Sovereign now?
Well, while we're here, we should open the gate for that merchant, I guess. No point in leaving while we've got stuff still to do.
What's this?
So I still don't know which gate is closed, mind. Looks like there's a lot of different paths through here, though. Well, there's at least 3 tunnels. Tracks go all the ways. This one looks like it goes a different route to the others. Let's explore here. Maybe there'll be... Okay. There's a button that only opens if you get 4 people to stand on it? Is all I'm getting there?
Seems the duration the gate stays open varies with weight. Too many possessions can be more a hindrance than help.
What's that? That item is mine.
What's going on? Oh, it's a snake. I guess we got everything out of there. They said the duration it stays open. I'm concerned about it possibly closing on us, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything like that. But okay, we got a quarry key, good start. What about this way next?
I'll take that.
Coin pouch. Nice. Alright, I guess we've explored all alternatives. We'll have to go the right way. Oop. We got along here. Other than more mushrooms, I'm just gonna refill my mug as well. What one?
They're armed, Master.
Full of bandits, huh? What are bandits doing? Oh, I suppose they're probably Salamets men. Maybe. I don't know what that guy was doing. I can't see a thing though, so possibly he was casting a blind spell. Are they all dead yet, guys? I'm trying to stay hydrated here, and you're all attacking me. Outrageous.
Sorcerer, Master. Stay vigilant.
You seeing this crap? Stay hydrated, bot? People actively opposed to hydration.
Armed bandits have risen. They attack in quick succession. Heart splits. What's
Bandits position themselves in the weirdest places. I suppose they can prey on all the travelers that can't get through here because the gate is closed. Ooh. Hopspud juice. Make a nice gift. Find anything? Mine me that gold, boys. It's gold, boys, and it's mine, mine, mine. So get out there, boys, and mine me that gold.
They're armed, Master. They attack in quick succession.
We sure we didn't just kill a shopkeeper?
Did it?
Let's see. A door? Okay. This is where the key goes to, apparently, which suggests that maybe this is the right way to go, so we should probably go back and try the other way first. The other way looked like the main route, though.
Such narrow holes in the suit combat. This looks interesting.
I'm not convinced that there's such thing as terrain that ill suits combat. I guess it's there is some game. If it's disadvantaging both of you equally, then you're still having an even fight, right? Is the terrain no better for the bandits than for us? Hey Bison, how are you doing? You having a good day? I'm enjoying this game. I normally have trouble getting into open world stuff, but this game's caught me. I really like the system with the pawns that you summon, and I really love the way that they know things about the game world and never shut up, and they're as annoying as all heck, and I just love them. Come on, big hug, guys. Big hug. Beautiful day. Nice to hear. Looks nice outside over here too. Bit windy maybe. You playing Final Fantasy X right now? Is it your first time playing through it?
A hunk of meat left here may spare us the ogre's attention.
What ogre's attention?
Stay cautious.
Final journal entry. Wait, are all the journals by the same person? Fallen ill in an unknown land and awaits the end. Reynard, that name sounds familiar. Played it back on PS2. Okay. Wonder if we're meant to deliver these to somebody. Maybe once we've got the full set. Yeah, fair enough. I remember playing it as a kid, and then I played it again more recently, like a year or two ago, and I think it does hold up really well.
All the leather and the door will open.
This better not be the gate that the merchant couldn't get through, because the switch is right next to it. I will have harsh words for him if that's what he's not able to get through. Too many games. They keep making them. Why can't they stop making games for a while?
This looks interesting.
I know, right? How do they know this stuff?
Nano holes in the suit combat.
You're telling me that the switch on the door opens the door? Also, hey Burzum, welcome back. Yeah, 10 is a Final Fantasy that I actually like better as an adult than I did as a kid. I think as a kid I missed a lot of the hidden themes going on in that game. There's actually a lot of stuff hidden in the background. 2020, no games being released. You have a year to catch up. That'd be nice. I think I might need more than the 1 year, to be honest, but it'd be a start. Somebody want to get on this? Are you guys still fighting things? I don't see any enemies.
That was effective. We have triumphed.
I only hope we survive the next. What's this?
You want Cyberpunk? The genre, or is there a game called Cyberpunk that they're making right now? Does somebody want to mine this? You've all got the pickaxes. Come on, people, please. What are you doing? Hit the thing with the axes. You've done it every. Oh, forget it. Forget it. We probably don't need whatever it was.
I'm desperately low on stamina. We have triumphed. Are you unharmed, Master?
Anybody want to hit this one with a pickaxe? Thank you. Find me some pretty stones. I'd grumble at getting a stone, but then this is specifically a quarry. Like, if we're after jewels and stuff, it'd be a mine. A quarry is for getting stone. The guys that made Witcher are making a game called Cyberpunk. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. That sounds cool. Looks pretty awesome, good to hear. I haven't actually played any of the Witcher games, but I might be doing it. Maybe I'll do it on here, blind, someday. Now that after Burzum bullied me into playing this and I've enjoyed it, I guess I'll have to try more open world things. Once I finish this game, we'll have a vote what game I'll play next. Can put Witcher 1 on that list, why not? Where are we looking?
We need sacred light.
Skip straight to 3.
Enchant our weapons.
Do they not follow on from each other? Like, isn't it the same main character in all of them? I don't really know much about The Witcher, but I've heard people saying that. But fair enough. I mean, we'll worry about that when it comes to it. I do like playing games in order, though. Why do we need bait? Yeah, is it gonna be like The Witcher? Is it like an open world game, or what sort of game is it going to be?
She's exposed after it attacks.
There we go. Mix of third and first person? Okay. Wait, it's gonna be a shooter? Interesting. Like an open world shooter, are you saying?
Such narrow holes ill suit combat.
I might have to have a quick look at this later on. Okay, this must be the gate that the guy was talking about, I guess. Looks like there's a tunnel over there. Let me check that out first, since we already know how this gate opens. Okay, yeah, so there's a path up there, but it looks like it's one way. Alright guys, you all wanna hop on here?
I've gained quest knowledge.
We've done it!
There was a side path there somewhere. That item is mine. I'll take it.
Yeah, I was looking for that. Here we go. Anything along here? Just mushrooms? Weird.
The lock is released, Master. Let's return with word if the gate's open.
Really, you don't want to go to the other end of this place? There might be more locks.
This way. Hey, Master.
Ogre lair? Who said anything about an ogre lair? Does one of these bypass the ogre lair, or was the bandit planning to go through a whole bunch of ogres on his safe shortcut? You like the middle dude's huge sword? Oh, Mihavel? She's got a cool weapon. Like a sawtooth blade. I don't think anything should be walking around with this many arrows in its face. Ogre or not, but okay. They both bleed heavily, don't judge me. They're killing blows. Well, yeah, wouldn't you? Oh, another one? You know what, we're gonna do all of this because it's here and we want to explore and do cool stuff. And then we're gonna go back to the capital and somebody's gonna say, hey, there's a mission for you to go deal with all the ogres in the mine, and we'll have to do it all again. Unspeakable mead. Interesting.
What's this?
Oop. Mining spot. Guys? One of you want to get on that? Go, my minions. Mine me those treasures. I didn't say you could stop. There's a lot of stuff here, apparently. There we go. Looks like all of it.
Treasure, perhaps?
I'll take that.
Okay, guess that's that dead end fully explored. 2 paths down here. Let's take the right-hand path first. Because it looks like the left-hand path leads to the exit. So I just realized I've not even got my lantern lit. Sounds like there's a party going. We'll surely meet good friends round this corner.
Even in numbers, a weakling is a weakling still.
Stop fighting goblins. I'll deal with the goblins. Get back here and mine me that gold. Someone needs to teach my pawns some priorities.
What's that? What's this?
Underground flowers here. Interesting. Is there a dead end? Just rare flowers, I guess? Okay, let's follow through here then. Aha! So we did make it all the way through. Okay, let's sprint back and tell the guy that the way is clear. The gate's open, and also we've dealt with the massive army of ogres that you didn't bother to warn us about. Probably because they were on the other side of the gate that you couldn't get through. But you can probably get through there now. I wouldn't recommend coming back this way. Most enemies seem to respawn in like 2 or 3 days.
Now this place can see Lumus once again. We've done it! Are you alright, Master?
On we go. And then we can go report back in Grand Saren. And deposit the massive amount of stuff that we found, because look at how slow we're moving. Oh, our stamina. Keep going, Barkley. Don't give up. You'll make it through eventually. I know, it's a warm day and you've got lots of fur.
Oh, please, eh? Happy news, that. You are a wonder, sir. I'll not tell you about that. If this road open, the merchants of the capital will have an easier time bringing in goods from afar. 'Tis a fine thing for sellers and
Hmm.
This
Muster up
passage
the
leads
grit,
south
and any
in
place
central
makes a
Grancis.
fast stop. Little in the way of competition in these parts, besides.
He apparently doesn't sell to his mind, but fair enough. Maybe there'll be new things in the shops now.
Now that this place is safe, it'll serve as a shortcut linking south in central Grancis.
The cave is rid of pests and fit for human use. A grand victory it is.
Suppose it'll be a very useful shortcut for people who can't teleport. I don't have much use for it, but hey, it's not all about me. Other people live here too. What do we got here? Judgment. Seek judgment and you shall find it. You can get quite high up here. Oh, is this actually new terrain, or... No, you can just walk around. Never mind. I've not found anywhere new and exciting up here. Alright, let's get back to the capital. Doo-doo-doo. Off we go.
There's a port of this now. One can reach it from anywhere with the use of magic.
Doo-doo-doo. Let's go sort our gear out.
I hear no window. Have your pick. What do you like? What will it be today?
Gamble draw. A seeking shot which the user may steer for a time. Interesting. I'm mostly after the yeah, no, those can be used by other range classes, I guess. Or maybe the dagger ones can? In which case these might be worth getting. I think I'm mostly after the core skills and augments.
What will it be today?
Oh yeah, Bishop also needs to learn things.
What will it be today? Have your pick. What will it be today?
Oh, we've got tons of stuff. Yeah, no wonder we weigh so much. Look at all this stuff we found. Wait, what? Where did we get 103 potent greenwarish? It must have been from a quest or something. That's a lot of healing, I guess. Suppose it might be worth holding on to. But yeah, no wonder everything is so heavy. Wow. Anything else? I think I'll probably just dump this on one of my minions. I'll share them out amongst my teammates and they can use those to heal themselves. And also I can just grab them off of them when I need them in that case. I really need to start using some of these arrows. They're also quite heavy. Actually, they're really not. 130 arrows weighs very little, apparently. That's weird, but okay. I need that many flasks of oil. The materials can all go. This is the journal entry. Work table, the bugle. What else has got stuff? Oh, blank scrolls. You don't need 2 pickaxes. I don't think, anyway. So many different things. I don't think we need all of them. We just need interventives at this point, I think. The stuff that only gets rid of one thing has already expired in its usefulness. Especially since you don't use most of these things. I wonder how many rocks we've collected over the course of the game. Thousand troops. Interesting. Unremarkable ore. It's the first time we found unremarkable ore. We've only found valuable ore until now. How remarkable that we found unremarkable ore. It's the most remarked about ore we've encountered.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today? Understood.
Yeah, I'll stay till morning. While we're here. Accessing server.
On your travel preparations.
Yeah, if I want any back, I'll ask for it. In the meantime, you carry these and feel free to use them. So I'll give all these to Bishop because it amuses me. That whenever Barkley falls into a river or what have you, she runs over with the towel to dry him off before he shakes himself dry. You can't go wrong. Anything new? Now that I've opened up new trade routes? Nothing?
Why not stay? Take all the
Yeah. Whatever.
You come again.
Let's go report in that we did, what were we doing? Oh, right, right. We're supposed to be capturing Salamet, and we didn't capture Salamet. We should probably go tell the guy that we've not done the thing that he wants yet. And also that Salamet is immortal. Like, I put 500 arrows in his head, and he just sat there on 1 hit point looking smug. Should ask if they know the secret of his weakness. I check in with Fawnable Jr. I feel kind of responsible. I have not seen her since her dad was arrested, and I don't know what's happened to her. And that worries me. Like, if she was living in one of these other places, that'd be a relief. Somebody took her in. Concerning. Alright, let's go see the boss. Then I might have to go get some food. Huh, sure it's quiet in here.
Many within the castle, I've more tasks. You fought him then. I knew it was his doing. It's a shame he slipped loose. We cannot allow him to run free. We must see him stopped, and the ring returned before he can work more evil.
Could you tell me more about him?
Many within the... I've more tasks. Salamet is here in Francis yet. That much is certain. Seek out travelers, peddlers, anyone walking the roads. Someone will have seen him. We must find him, and we must have that ring back.
Go past random people and ask questions. Got it. Well, I'm here. Where is the guy who's spying for salvation? Doesn't seem to be around. He's often up here. Thought he might have useful information if he was around somewhere.
You've made quite a name for yourself since last we spoke. You need
Here, have some skulls.
mistake me. You need it.
Now we're friends. Alright, let's go hit the streets. Ask some questions. I'm gonna have to go quite soon. I need to go get some food, but maybe we can at least find the clue before we move on. It's actually the part that I kind of enjoy the most. Just going around talking to different people. Travelers and peddlers and the like. To the Fountain Square. We'll go yell at Madeline as well. Excuse me, sir. So this guy would have useful information since he knows Salamet. Apparently not.
Do you know of the Blue Moon Tower, friend? To the northeast?
Oh, not the Blue Moon Tower. That's miles away.
Merchant a few days past. Seems there's a man's been seen coming and going round there of late. All the way out there. What's more, they say he's chased off all the beasts nested there with some arcane magic. It's him, says I. That sorcerer, they say, stole some orb from the Duke. What's it say?
He couldn't have done that ages ago when there was a griffin there causing trouble. That would have saved me some work. Valley. Should really put a teleporter down there, but then again, I've only got so many of them, and we don't have reason to go there often. Wasn't sure we'd ever have reason to go there again. I'm trying to remove the waypoint more than anything. Alright, well I suppose that seems like a good point to call it. Next time we play, we'll teleport to Hillfigure Knoll and walk the windy, windy path to Blue Moon Tower. So the next time we'll be playing this will be, it's gonna be Monday afternoon. But I will be around tomorrow when I'll be playing Dark Souls in the afternoon, and in the evening we'll be doing the team stream. So Dark Souls, we're doing the DLC, we're quite close to finishing it, so we'll have to do a vote on what we're watching next. The team stream, I don't know what we'll be playing yet, it depends on who shows up. But it'll be there's a bunch of people I tend to invite to it, and you know, we'll pick out a game together, it's usually a lot of fun. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody, really appreciate it, thank you all for the company, and I hope to see you all again. Let's see, nothing on the notice board, yeah, let's save and quit. And we'll see if anybody's online who can go and host, I guess. Anybody's currently playing Dragon's Dogma. Who've we got? Hey, Weaselbath's playing Dragon's Dogma, so I'll send you over to her. I chatted to her a couple of times, she seems nice. So thank you all for watching again, and I hope to see you all again, everybody. So long.